Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your Harvest Moon love reading. I am going to shift into warp speed, lay out your cards. You're welcome to watch me shuffle and lay out the cards, or you could just skip ahead to the reading. Either way, I'll see you on the other side. Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your reading. In the center, front and center, we have the element of fire. It's great passion. So you have a lot of passion within you or within the situation. In the past, you do have the rotation card, and it's a pretty difficult card. It's the card of monotony, cycles. You might have been bored, to be honest with you. You might have been in the past bored with your choices, bored with the cycle you were in. You do have the devil here. And the devil obviously could mean addiction in some way. It could mean, someone who places earthly values and desires over other things, earthly vices, earthly things, meaning money, ambition. There's nothing wrong with those things, by the way, but this did come out in your past. So this could be your present as well. This either way is energy you're moving away from. So you have some sort of devil energy. You have some sort of boredom. You have some sort of here. You have the Page of Swords, which is also negatively aspected along with the Five of Cups here. I mean, these are negative aspects of the cards, for sure, all of them. You have the wish for love. You have, somebody who's unable to communicate, to be honest with you, because maybe there is nobody to communicate with. Maybe the person that they're trying to communicate with isn't receptive. Either way, this is a stuck energy, okay? You're stepping into the element of fire, or you have the element of fire available to you, and this might be through no fault of your own, but let's move on. You do have the Drowned King in your future. And as I'm laying these cards down, I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't post this, right? Because I think most people enjoy hearing positive things. And if there's anything positive, of course, I'll let you know. But right now, this is, it looks sad to me, to be honest. You have the Drowned King, which is somebody who, that very well could be somebody who drinks too much. It could be somebody who falls into that. But, most of the time it means that somebody's drowning in somebody's drowning in a feeling. It's water. It's melancholy almost. And you have the Four of Wands, which is a happily, and it's reversed, right? It's a happily ever after that did not turn out as expected. You also have the Tower. Luckily, it wasn't destruction, right? But it was something that happened that changed your trajectory. You also have the Three of Wands, and this is, the Three of Wands is usually someone who's heading out or planning their future, or, looking out to see what life has in store for them. And here we have someone who is in a very dismal place. It looks like depression. But all it's odd. You have all these cards of sadness and depression, but you have this fire in you still that's there. So let's figure this out. Show me the devil. Show me the devil, please. So you have the devil here. I mean, there might have been some sort of a vice that you have or had that put you in a third-party situation. It's possible, where you were in some sort of a love triangle type thing. It could be, honestly, too much partying, right? They're drinking, they're having fun. This is typically a card of great joy. But when it's clarified, when it's clarifying the devil, you have to ask yourself if some sort of behavior, so, you know, some sort of an addiction is present. And if, like I said, if it's not an addiction, it was a situation that wasn't good for anybody involved. So you have the Five of Cups, which is obviously sadness. And luckily, you're moving out of that. You're moving away from that. Or, to be honest with you, and I think that I'm getting this pull about this, this sadness might have been because you left a situation or somebody left you. Either way, there was some sort of a leaving involved. And that actually sounds more accurate. The Page of Swords, please. And here you have the Devil reversed. Look at that. You might have very little to no communication from somebody. But the Devil reversed here, I mean, this might have been an addictive situation that you pulled yourself out of, right? It might be a toxic situation that you pulled yourself out of. Whatever it is that happened, you pulled yourself out of something, and that's good, but you're still feeling bad for some reason. You're not feeling the way you should be feeling. The Four of Wands. The Four of Wands. Show me the Four of Wands reversed. You have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So, like, the Three of Pentacles would be on this side, collaboration. This is different. This is you offering something. And it looks like you might have been offering something to a dead end. Like, something that you were hoping would be... You were hoping for it to be a happily ever after type situation. So you were... Looks like you were doing the right thing. You were putting your all into it, and it wasn't fruitful the way you had hoped. Show me the Tower, please. And here we have Strength, and look at this. It's the Devil makes a new appearance. The Tower, Strength. You maybe are going to be asked to face something. You may have faced a situation where you faced your own worst. The Devil came up 3 times in some way, shape, or form here. And it looks like you are being asked to look at something. You might have given up. Listen, it might be an addiction. It might be a mindset. You might have had a mindset that you had to slip out of. You faced your demons. You have faced your demons, okay? Show me the Three of Wands. Wow. Well, this is good news at least, guys. You can't ever accuse me of being a feel-good reader with a reading like this. But, look, you go from the Three of Wands, which is obviously a very sad card, to the Ace of Cups, which is a beautiful card, right? This card would be a little bit more illusion, and this side of the card is exactly what you were hoping for. It looks like it's definitely a good thing, and I'm so glad to see that, because I mean, the rest of the reading was sad. I just felt sadness. Yeah, and in the past, it's like you were looking at something and saying, is it the thing? You were waiting for it to bear fruit, and it didn't, right? Another dark and dismal card, right? But you have stepped into, like, if you haven't, you will. If you have not stepped into this new energy, you will. You're going to step into a period of knowing, of feeling secure, of feeling good, and you're going to be stepping into a new love situation that looks promising. Thank God, honestly. Show me this fire element. I'm curious. All right. So for some of you, this absolutely, for some of you, an injustice was done to you, and maybe it brought out the fiery side of your nature. You might have been angry about it. For others of you, you hold some hope. The fire is held within you as hope. And you have, even though justice is looking away, if you look at this card, you'll see the butterfly, the metamorphosis, the things, the hope behind all this stuff. So nothing is going to be true for all of you. And so I'm going to say, for some of you, you are holding this fire. You're keeping the fire lit for the right person. You've been disappointed a lot. It looks like disappointment after disappointment after disappointment, honestly. And you're either extremely faithful to the fact that this is going to happen, or you've managed somehow through your depression to keep that fire alive. Hope. To keep that hope alive, that passion. But you're absolutely have seen your share of disappointments and pain throughout this journey. And yeah, well, you might work in finances, material things. That's the devil. So for some of you, maybe your focus was in the past more on money and financial gain, and maybe you woke up one day and realized that you were missing this. It's quite possible. I didn't see any problems with money in this reading, so the finances, I think, are just a cliff note. Now you're witnessing why I go into warp speed, right? You do have you might have a secret crush. Somebody might have a crush on you. You might have a crush on them. I'm going to pull a little bit more on this to see if it's the one we're expecting. Healing. You're in the process of healing from something. Divine timing. Boom. This will come in divine timing. That's something I don't like hearing when I do a reading for myself, because it's a non-answer, right? It's basically telling you have to wait. So right now you're single. Right now you might feel a little bit lonely. At the bottom of the deck here we have change, and it's the same butterfly that was behind justice. So I'm not trying to hold out hope here for a happily ever after for you. I'm not trying to give you false hope at all, because I'm just telling you what the cards tell me, and the cards were pretty dismal up until the end, when it showed what the possibility is for you in the future. And the change is going to be done through divine timing. You're going to remain single for a while. Look at this. It says addict. So remember how we talked about the devil energy and the possibility of there being some sort of an addiction problem? Listen, obviously it's not going to be all of you, for sure. You could be addicted to a negative way of thinking. You could be addicted to something. It could be anything. All right, but there is some, and money came out, so it might be your drive for money. I don't know. It's going to be different for all of you. In the past, there was some sort of an addictive thing in your life that you overcome, right? The devil's in reverse in the end. So it seems to factor pretty highly in this love reading for some reason. So maybe that addiction set you on a path. Child orphan. So you feel you might have abandonment issues, honestly. You might have abandonment issues that feeds into some of these problems. And, you know, you seem to have, and this child came out again. Wow. There is something seriously impactful about your childhood. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Seeker, which makes sense. But there's something that happened in your childhood. It's definitely something that happened in your childhood that set you on a certain path. And this path might have been lucrative for you. But it was entwined with something that wasn't good for you, for whatever that means to you. It sets you up on this path of disappointment after disappointment after disappointment. This stretches all the way back to your childhood somehow. It just does. I don't know how. I don't know why, but this never happens. So, I'm gonna say it's definitely a truth. And look, you have the change, but right under that, what do you have here? What did I say? I said possible third-party situation. So, yes, and this could be taken two ways, right? This could be a third-party situation, or this could be, what is it? Drinking, alcohol. It's some sort of a thing. You have hookup here. This might have been a part of your casual hookups, might have been a part of your thing. You are feeling the need for actual romance, for definite truth, clarity. You don't want what you had. You want something brand new. And you have crossroads here, and it does look like you're at some sort of a crossroads and that you are crossing into something better. And I'm not going to pull past this wedding card because I'm not saying we should all strive to be married, but this is a union. It doesn't have to be a legal marriage. It's a union. It's a happily ever after. And my God, it's so much better than this. You have this dismal happily ever after that just didn't live up to what you wanted it to be. And then you have this beautiful, happy, and look under that, you have new love. Listen, you have all great things, but you've had a long, long road. And as the seeker here, it looks like you did some serious work. It looks like you have done some serious work. This isn't something that was just handed to you. This was something that you earned. So I am just going to pull a couple of more of these and then call it a day. But I'm curious to see what comes out here for Taurus. For Taurus. For Taurus. For Taurus. We have staff. You will be taken care of in difficult times. Yeah, I mean, normally I would say it's somebody on the other side looking out for you, spirit, but in this instance, I'm thinking you are your own staff. I think you are a very strong person, and I think that you have been through some crap, and as a result of that, you have become a very strong person and able to take care of yourself. You might have built a wall around yourself as a result of all this stuff. And that's, how normal is that? I mean, I am the queen of walls, right? So I get it, but look. Bottom of the deck. Guaranteed success, the star. The star is the card of Aquarius. You might meet an Aquarius, something might happen during the time of Aquarius, January, February, okay? But you are a very strong person. You might have built walls around yourself as a form of protection. You do have something coming into your life that is good. That's really good. That's just beautiful. What a beautiful, beautiful prediction. I really wish you the best, and I am giving you the biggest hug. Namaste.